Welcome back to my channel, guys. If you're new, welcome. My name is Karen. I want to start off this video by just saying thank you to everyone who has subscribed from my last video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you guys taking the time to watch my videos, and of course hitting the subscribe button and keeping up with my family. So as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be sharing, I'm going to try to be quick because my baby is almost time for him to wake up. So as you guys saw in my last video, if you guys have been keeping up, I had a membrane sweep at 38 weeks. So I believe I mentioned that I was losing my mucus plug. So I had my membrane sweep at 38 weeks, which was on a Monday. So by Wednesday, I was losing mucus plug. Thursday, I was losing mucus plug some more with a little bit of bloody show. So Thursday in the afternoon, I'm going to be saying, if you guys have been keeping up or following, then you know what I'm talking about. For those of you that are new, I have been having contractions for the past like 2 weeks prior to giving birth. So at 36 and a half weeks, I started having contractions. At 37 weeks, I had 2 false labor contractions. Like I was having them every 5 to 7 minutes apart for over an hour, and then they would just stop. So that was going on for like a week. And it was so frustrating because I live an hour away from the hospital. So it was like, do I go or do I not go? And it is my 6th baby. So I was very concerned about, waiting too long and then my water breaking or going into labor in the car or at home. So like I said, on Thursday, I had a little bit of bloody show. I started tracking my contractions because they started coming every like 10 minutes. So I was like, okay, do I listen to my body and go to the hospital, or do I just like keep waiting, So I was having them for about 2 hours. So I told my husband, I was like, okay, I think this is the real thing. Like, let's just go to the hospital, because at this point, I'm already 38 weeks and the baby can come at any moment. The membrane sweep probably helped. I'm not sure if it was a coincidence or it, did do something. But I called in to the on-call doctor and I said, look, I'm having these contractions. I just want to go get checked. I was 3 centimeters in the office on Monday and I'm having these contractions. So I just want to make sure, everything is okay. She said, fine, just come in. So we head over to the hospital. We arrive to the hospital and they put me on the monitor. And of course they checked my cervix. I was 3, almost 4 centimeters. So I was like, okay, this is real. So the doctor comes in and she says, okay, it looks like you are going to be having a baby tonight. So we'll go ahead and admit you, blah, blah, blah. We're going to do a COVID test on you and, draw some blood, have you fill out paperwork, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, fine, whatever. So they come in and they start an IV. They also swab my nose, to get the COVID test, which was, it wasn't painful. It was just so uncomfortable. And I felt like they were just poking my brain or something. So they did that and I was having contractions. I started having some strong contractions. I was like, okay, like this is happening. I was excited and nervous at the same time. So they come back like 2.5 hours later and they tell me that I'm positive. I'm COVID positive. And I was like, what? Like, I don't think your test is right. Like, could it be wrong? And they were like, no, our tests are like almost 100% accurate. So I was like, that's so weird. Like, I have no symptoms. I could smell. They kept asking me, can you smell? Can you taste? And I was like, yes. Like, do you have hard time breathing? Like, do you have shortness of breath? I was like, no, I'm fine. Like, I don't feel anything. So they automatically, assume my husband also has COVID at this point because I'm positive and we live together. So they were, like, okay, like you need to keep your mask. You can't leave the hospital until you're discharged. So once she came in, and told me the test or whatever, they just started to take more precautions, just gearing up a little bit more. And so I was still having the contractions around 2 a.m. They stopped. They completely stopped. Like I did not have another contraction after 2 a.m. I was like, what the hell? Like, why is this baby playing with me? And so I fell asleep. Around 6:30ish in the morning, I wake up. I felt the urge to go to the bathroom, to go pee. So I got up and I went to the bathroom. And it was so weird because I felt like I needed to pee, but when I went to pee, I didn't feel that I was peeing, if that makes sense. Like something was coming out, but I couldn't feel it. Like how you normally will feel like when you go to use the restroom. So as I was walking back to my bed, I get a really strong contraction. I couldn't move. I had to stand there until it went away. And I told my husband, oh my goodness, I think they're starting up again. So around almost 8 a.m., I get another contraction. I get 2 more contractions, very intense, very strong. I couldn't move again with them. And I started feeling pressure and I started feeling the urge, like I need to go number 2. And I was like, okay, I know this is not me wanting to go number 2. This is the baby. So I was like, I'm not going to bother to go to the bathroom because if I start pushing or whatever, I don't know what can happen. So the doctor comes in and she says, okay, we're going to have to, send you home. The contractions have stopped. So I'm going to check you before we discharge you just to make sure, because you do live far away, just to make sure that, nothing has progressed. I was like, okay. So she checked me. She's like, okay, you're almost 5 centimeters. So what we're going to do is we're going to break your water to get things moving. And I was so scared. I don't know why I was so scared to get my water broken. But I was like, no, like, hold on. Like, I don't want to get my water broken. I was being so dramatic. So she said, we have to, get things moving. If not, we're going to have to send you home. So I was like, fine, okay, let's get this over with. So as she was checking to break my water, she says, oh my goodness, like your water already broke. Did you not feel that it broke? And I was like, no, I went to the bathroom to go pee. Probably that's when my water broke, because like I said, I didn't feel like I was peeing, but something was coming out. And she's like, yeah, your water broke already. And I was like, oh, that's probably why I started feeling those really strong contractions. So she said, okay, well, we're just going to wait. If we need to give you a little bit of Pitocin, to help, we'll do that in a couple of hours, but we'll see, what baby does on his own. So I was like, okay. She said, if you start feeling pressure, call us right away. Do not start pushing. Call us as soon as you start feeling pressure. I was like, okay. So by this time, it was like already 9. So around 9:30, I started feeling more pressure. The contractions were still far apart. Like I was so surprised because I was getting contractions, but I could still breathe through them. It wasn't very painful. And so at 10:30, I was like, okay, I'm feeling pressure. I told my husband, call the nurse. I'm feeling pressure. So I started, just breathing through them. My husband called the nurse. The nurse came in and the doctor came in and they started checking me. I was 8 centimeters by this point. And so they're like, okay, by the time, we set up everything, we're going to have a baby, like we'll start pushing. So I was like, okay. They were so surprised because I was so calm. They're like, you're so calm for somebody who was about to start pushing. And there was another nurse or an assistant, the one that passes the tools to the doctor. She was like, oh my goodness, you are so calm. You look like you have an epidural. And I was like, okay, thank you. I was like in pain and they're complimenting me and I'm just like, shut up. So, so I'm there breathing. They're, the doctor is putting on her gear or whatever, her little suit to help me deliver my baby. And so I start pushing. And the baby was born at 10:51. He weighed 7 pounds, 11 ounces. I don't know. I was so proud of myself because I really pushed. I was so scared. I don't know. Like I told some of you guys outside of my vlogs that I was so scared and nervous. Like I don't know why. This is my 6th baby, but I was so nervous. I was so scared. And he's waking up. So let me bring him over here so you guys can meet him. Here is my baby. Too much light. His name is Liel. So he weighed, like I said, 7 pounds 11 ounces. He's so big already. His feet is like right here, literally. So here he is. You hungry? All right, so let me feed him and then I'll come and close out the vlog. So I do apologize if I talk too fast, if I miss some things, but I just been trying to find the time and like the right time to record for you guys. It's either I do it really quickly or you guys would have to wait 2 months to meet my baby. So I was like, let me go ahead and do this really quick. If you guys are interested in knowing more details or have any questions, of course, feel free to leave that in the comment section below. I've been having a lot of holiday. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe. And like I said, if you have any questions or you guys want to know something that I missed out, feel free to leave it in the comment section below and I'll answer it for you guys. But thank you guys so much for watching. Bye. We're going home, baby. Oh.